What's going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode of the Team Builder series here with the Highland Scotties, as we're back here on the gridiron today. And today we are hosting the Oklahoma State Cowboys. As the Cowboys in town here today, and this is going to be a really good matchup between two of the top teams in the Big 12. We, of course, leading in the Big 12 North. And Oklahoma State not necessarily leading the Big 12 South, but they are a contender for the Big 12 South title right now, between them and Arizona State, who we both play here in a couple of, actually, Oklahoma State actually plays them here pretty soon, I think next week. And of course, we play them even further down the line here. But there you see, of course, they are the top three teams there in the South. You see TCU right squeezed right between the two of them. Of course, Arizona State ranked number 6 in the nation. And like I said, we'll both be playing them here actually pretty soon. But as you take a look here, 3-1 for Oklahoma State, as we're 4-0 for us overall. And of course, we've got one win. They got one win and one loss there in the Big 12 so far. That loss coming from Houston just last week, 24-21. And of course, they would like to rebound here. You see, they play Arizona State in 2 weeks' time. So, yeah, pretty quick here. And of course, Lowery, we've played against him before, I believe, last season. And of course, he is a great quarterback. He's a scrambling quarterback that can really cause a lot of problems for you in that backfield, along with a pretty good, strong throwing arm for him as well. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the extra content you've been seeing here on the channel. Of course, yeah, I know I've been busy with a lot of things, so I haven't been put up too many episodes of this particular Highland Scotties stuff up. But we're gonna try to get back to getting more stuff with the Highland Scotties, particularly with them here in the near future. But there you see, Oklahoma State dropped out of the top 25 last week. They were ranked number 12th. You see Army, West Point as well got dropped out. And of course, in the Heisman watch, John Smith is one of the top players right now, top halfbacks. Our guy Carter, of course, had a tough go. We haven't played in the last 2 weeks, and of course, we're going to try to get Carter back in the lineup here. You see Derrick Lowery, 6'5", 243 pounds, redshirt senior, who has numbers here this year so far: 6 touchdown passes with 4 interceptions. Last year had a big year, 27 touchdown passes with only 16 interceptions. And right now, he's not so much on that same pace that he was just a year ago. There you see his throw accuracy is very key, and that's going to be very important for us to make sure we can try to stop. And of course, he's going to have some help in the backfield there with Bobby Mason, 5'11", 206-pound senior, who is going to help him back there in the backfield there. Of course, he has 5 rushing touchdowns right now this season. Kind of bad because in 2018, you see there, he had 11 rushing touchdowns for the season, and it doesn't look like he's been getting back to there, especially since last year when he only had 9. Now, he can break tackles, and he can definitely, again, also to be a problem for us in the speed game, as he has 93 speed, great, pretty decent acceleration. But the tackle breaking is the problem. He can, he's going to have at least 2 or 3 bodies on him before he goes down. Matt Fisher, 6'2", 203-pound wide receiver. And there you see his numbers so far. Last year had 6 receiving touchdowns, has 1 so far. So they haven't been really getting to him as a target per se. But of course, if they're playing against us, chances are he'll probably be a huge target for them. Great route running. And of course, catching traffic as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the top receivers here this week to cause trouble for us when it comes to the passing game. Of course, Jimmy McGee, guy defensively we're looking out for. Redshirt sophomore, he can be a problem for us. Of course, he did not play last year, but by what the film tape we looked at of him, he is a guy that could possibly be a good, probably be a problem solver there on Thomas if we happen to run with the ball with Thomas, and of course coming in as a blitz package defensively against our QB. But the target I think they'll probably still see the most here, they'll throw obviously just like we do, is their tight end, and that is their tight end, of course, Andrew Ryan. 6'2", 241-pound senior redshirt player. He has 2 receiving touchdowns this season, and of course he is a huge target as he's really good at the run block and run passing, or seriously a pass block and run block as well. Route running, he's pretty average there, but for the most part here, he is a huge target and a huge asset for them in the red zone that could cause a problem. So in some ways I almost see their halfback being the kind of the setup guy, getting down the field, and then of course Ryan could be the guy that can kind of clean everything up. Edgar Massey is going to be out for 3 weeks with a torn bicep. He's our 80 overall junior redshirt, right outside linebacker. Sometimes he plays a middle linebacker. And of course, as you see here, we do have some prospects coming up. Ronnie Moore, number 3 athlete, and of course Eric Freeman, number 2 wide receiver, and of course Anthony Johnson, number 6 athlete, here today, and amongst a couple others that we could possibly get signed here if we can have a really good game here against Oklahoma State. As Eric Marcus here going to run this one there. He's going to break off a tackle, going to get pushed down out there right near the 40, giving us great field position here to start off. So we will get ball first, as we did win the coin toss here in today's matchup. And of course, our job here is just really try to keep Lowery in check, make sure he does not get too comfortable in that pocket, get him to throw the ball quickly and as often as we can. And of course, we need to shut down their halfback, who can also be a problem for us, Mason, who is just a bulldozer as a halfback. And of course, for us, we haven't said too much here. Carter, of course, we got to get him going here early, as you see here, running him with a 3rd or a 2nd and 4. And he will get 2 yards on that play, getting it now to a 3rd and 2. And of course, our targets, receiving-wise, of course, Randy Burns and Joe Barnes on the outside, left and right, left outside, left, which on the left-hand side, I believe, is Burns. And the right-hand side will be Barnes, as you see here on your screen. Of course, Robinson, the senior, helping us out there, wide receiver. And, of course, our tight ends as well, always being our top-notch players. As Thomas here throws this one up the middle there to Joe Barnes, and Barnes going to get this one there. He's going to get there to the 25. Near the 20. Great catch there for him. As now we'll see here a big 1st and 10 here for the Highland Scotties as they move the ball through the air here pretty quickly. Thomas, of course, taking his time here, running down the play clock. He has Matthews in motion. Of course, Hicks there helping out in the blocking. And, of course, in red zone situations, we, of course, can't really run the ball in the red zone here. Of course, we're going to find our guy Hicks to help us out, along with Matthews and, of course, Westbreaker as well. So we're going to use all 3 of our tight ends here to help us out here. I've been even thinking about bringing Westbreaker as a fullback, as Barnes gets the catch. And that's a nice 15-yard reception here for a 1st down. 1st and goal coming up as we're knocking on the door here in the red zone, trying to get ourselves the first score of the day. Thomas drops back in the pocket, throws up this one to Randy Barnes, who gets the catch. 5-yard reception, and that is going to be touchdown number 13 for Thomas. And of course, Barnes getting touchdown number 4. Take a quick look here at Purdue. They win their game 35-28 against number 3 ranked Michigan. So a nice upset there for Purdue as they pull off a win. Of course, Missouri wins their game against Mississippi State 15-14. There's some other box scores around the nation as Bobby Mason, there you see his game last time, as he had a nice little game here, a little nice matchup there in his previous game. As we'll see, try to make a stop here. Like I said, it's going to take some bodies to get on him, so we're definitely going to have to plug up the line here when they run up the middle. And it's going to be a tough test. Not going to be easy at all. As Bobby finds a hole, and there you see what I was talking about. He finds a hole. He's going to go right through it, and that's going to be a huge touchdown. 67 yards on that carry. That's the 2nd carry of the game here for them. And like I said, if we, that's a kind of a, that's a kind of a look at our day if we do not stop him. as he is going down the field here with no problem getting the end zone here. It could be a long day for our defense, and we're not used to this rushing defense of ours. Is not used to that. We usually shut guys down. I think we give up we usually give up just about that much yards in a game against competitors, other teams. So as we see now, 1st and 10 here, Matthews in motion, and we'll see a handoff there to Carter. Carter going to run this one off to the right-hand side, and that's going to be a 3-yard carry for him. Making a 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Scotties. Scotties, of course, trying to get the running game going here early. Trying to take that pressure off of Thomas, as we'll see Robinson now come in the game. And he is going to get hit with a loss there of 3 yards, putting us back at the original line of scrimmage. They got now 3rd and 10. So 3rd and 10, you know what that means. We're going to have to call in our tight ends here in this situation. So let's try to see what we can do to Hicks. Hicks here closes with this one up to Hicks here. He gets the catch. He gets bumped out near the 35-yard line for the huge 19-yard reception, giving us the new set of downs. 1st and 10 after the big play there from our tight end. Scotty's here underneath the center here, give it back to Carter. And Carter gets wrapped up quickly, earning a yard on that play. Didn't think he was going to get that there, but he does. So, again, this running game is going to be pretty tough against this front 7 of Oklahoma State. So we see here trying to call an audible here from Thomas. Thomas drops back in the pocket. Looks up the middle here to Robinson, and Robinson gets the catch. That's a gain of 10 on the play, as that's going to be the first catch of the day there for the senior, as he's able to help move the chains. So that's going to be a new set of downs for the Scotties as the dog pound getting behind this team here offensively. Hand off now to Carter. Carter's going to run this one up the middle there. Carter breaking off a tackle. Carter brought down there, and as he gets a gain of, I will almost say 13, but I think they're going to mark it 12. And he gets another 1st down. 1st and 10 here for the Highland Scotties. Under 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. The handoff to Carter again, and again, Carter gets his number called and gets some positive yardage there as he's starting to get things going here. Get some things, this offense in motion now. 2nd and 5. Thomas calling an audible here. Changes up the play. No, they're going to throw it now to the left-hand side, and what a call there to be made as he gets there. Carter, 22 yards on that carry. Nice run there from him as he's now getting over the 50-yard mark for the game here. And, of course, there you see McGee, the youngster, sophomore, red shirt there, a guy we're going to have to watch out for here in this game. He's an impact player there for the Cowboys. 1st and 10. Ball now inside the Cowboys territory here as Carter being brought down. And he is being brought down there by McGee, I believe. Nice tackle, but he will get a positive yardage there as we're now looking at a 3rd down. 3rd and 2 coming up here. Let's try to see if we can run this one up the middle. And I'm kind of looking at McGee here. Got to block him, and we do. And we get Carter into the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties, as the Scotties on the board here. And that's going to be the first rushing touchdown of the day here for Carter. Carter's 7th of the day. As Indiana right now taking the win here against a ranked Michigan State. They lose their game 27-22. So both Michigan schools who are ranked go down today. As Army West Point picks up a win here, that's going to probably help them get back to the top 25 against Syracuse, 25-23. 1st and 10 here for the Cowboys as they'll take possession here now. 14-7 here in Highland. As Lowery there, incomplete pass, his first incomplete pass, actually first pass of the ball game here. So now 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Scotties as Lowery drops back here. He's going to be met up by Brothers. Brothers coming off the edge there, brings them down for a 5-yard loss. Scotties. And the Cowboys looking at a 3rd and 15 as Brothers. I'm really looking forward to this young man doing something there in the backfield there. He's been impactful so far here this season, as he's been a good edge rusher here. Now the crowd trying to get behind the defense here, trying to make some noise here for the Cowboys as they'll hand off to Mason. Mason being brought down. And a nice stop there for the Highland Scotties. As that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Highland leads this one now 14-7. Cowboys will, of course, have to punt the football here as they were looking at a 4th down. So second quarter coming up here as we get the ball near our own 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Scotties. Thomas in the backfield there with Carter. Thomas looking down the field here. Zips this one there to Randy Burns. And Burns gets the catch for a gain of 12 on the play. So far, 8 first downs here for the Highland Scotties. Scotties have a great run here so far offensively here today with already 2 scores here in the first quarter. Hand off to Carter once again. Carter was going to go on the outside, but decided to stay inside. He should have went outside instead, and he's only going to get 2 yards on that carry. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Scotties. I formation. Matthews is out there along with Hicks, so we got 2 tight ends set. Throwing this one up there to Matthews. Matthews gets the catch, and he's going to bring him down for a gain of 11. As that's going to, again, help the Scotties move the chains here. 1st and 10. Nice tackle there from McGee. It's his 5th of the day. 1st and 10 coming up here as we're moving the chains very well here. Thomas drops back in the pocket, throws up the middle there to Hicks. Hicks gets the catch and holds on to the football for a gain of 18. Of course, Scotties are the best team points per game, scoring average about 43 points a game. 1st in the nation. And of course, in the top of the nation, in the top 5 of the nation when it comes to total offense. Around about 400, almost near 500 yards a game. As that's going to be a touchdown there for the Highland Scotties. Matthew Hicks, touchdown. Highland Scotties on the board again. And that is touchdown number 14 for Thomas. And that is going to be touchdown reception number 4 for Hicks this season. As the Scotties now lead it now 21-7. As we see a final score there in Houston, 29-24. As Houston now goes 2 for 4 in the ball, 2 for 4 for the season. As Texas Tech picks up another loss there. As we'll see back on the field here, 7:12 left here in the first half. Landry here throws this one up there. That's going to be almost picked off by Wall. Dangerous throw there. Almost taken back for a pick 6 there against the on the Highland Scotty defense. As Landry here calls his own number instead. He's going to run this one here. Sand's going to try to bring him down, but he slows him down to give Jones a chance to get there. It's now 3rd and 3 up the middle. Fisher gets the catch, and they finish off that play there, getting another 1st down. As we'll see, Mason now has a football here, and they're moving this ball here quickly. They're trying to get their guys on the line here very quick. Not giving Highland any chances really to get anything going defensively here. Whoa! Jump there by Mason. He is brought down. Almost like it was going to be a rock bottom there on him on that play. We're looking at a 3rd and 13 here. Oklahoma State trying to move the ball here quickly, like I said. As they're kind of going no huddle. As a pass will be thrown there to Ryan, who gets the catch, and he's going to be 2 yards short of the 1st. Looking at a manageable 3rd and 3 coming up. Man in motion here for Oklahoma State. Landry here looks back here, fires this one there. That's going to be thrown, but out of bounds. And the Scotties do a great job here, holding them to a 4th and 2. But they're going to go ahead and go for it here now. So we'll see what Landry's going to, what the Landry, the QB here has. As he's going to hand off there to Mason. Mason trying to find that 1st down marker, but they're going to stuff him there just short. And the Highland Scotties are going to get great field position now here as the defense read that one very well. 5:50 left here in the first half. 1st and 10 here for the Highland Scotties. QB Thomas calling audible. Drops back here, looking, fires this one up here, throwing this one deep to Randy Burns, but Burns had it but dropped it. Incomplete pass. We're looking at a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Scotties. As the Scotties here trying to go deep there, that previous play. Looks like they're going to try to go for it again here as Thomas had to scramble off there, and he's going to get hit as he threw that football there. Incomplete pass, and that's going to be a 3rd and 10. The line just kind of just crumbled there for Thomas. Now we'll see a 3rd and 10 coming up here. Play action here for Thomas. Thomas looking down the field here, and oh, he overthrew that one there to Hicks. And that's going to force us to punt the ball here. But Coach Bond says, no, let's go for it here. So 4th and 10. I guess he believes in Thomas here in this situation. So we'll see what they'll try to do. 4th and 10. Throwing this one up there. That's going to be caught by Hicks. Hicks holds on to it across the 50. And that's a 1st down. What a play. And what good job there. Good call there from Coach Bonds. Trying to build this young man's confidence up here and going for a 4th down. And that's going to put him in a great field position now here as they on the other side of the 50 now in Cowboy territory. 5:20 left here in the first half. 1st and 10 here for the Highland Scotties as Thomas drops back in the pocket, looking down the field here. Got a good solid pocket there. That's going to be thrown up there to Burns. And A.J. Smith says, nope, going to be denied. And that's going to make it now a 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Highland Scotties. That's Barnes there near the core, in the slot position. Of course, deep right there is going to be Randy Burns. Burns going down the field here. He has one man to beat, and he gets into the end zone. That's a 49-yard reception, and that is touchdown number 15 for Thomas, and that is number 5. 15 touchdown reception for the season for Burns. As they are connecting very well here. I like this duo here. As they get in the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. And the Scotties lead now 28-7. As you take a look at Bobby Mason there. First quarter, 85 yards. Since then, he's only got 13 yards so far in this second quarter. What's going on? As Lowery here drops back here, and they're going to throw this one up there. That's going to go to Smith, and Smith comes down with it for the catch for a gain of 18. Looks like they're kind of going away from that running game there they had earlier, and kind of go back more of this, trying to get to this passing game here. But if I was them, I would stick with running the ball with Bobby Mason. It worked out for him here. As you see a quick pass there to Ryan, and Ryan's going to get dropped there quickly for a gain of 3. 3rd down. Lowery drops back, throws this one up to Mason. They're going to use him in the passing situation here. So 10 yards on the catch. That's going to be his first catch of the day. 1st down after the catch. And pass there to Marquette. Marquette going to be brought down by DeSantos. And that is going to be a catch for a gain of 6. It's now 2nd and 4. Landry here gets hit as he threw that football there, but finds his tight end. That is Ryan, and Ryan has no problem getting to the end zone there. Touchdown, Cowboys. And they are putting themselves back on the board here. They're down by 2 possessions, but it's a 28-14 ball game with 4:11 still left to play here in the second quarter. They still got a chance to come back. 1st and 10 here. Scotty's trying to get back on the field offensively, and they're going to try to probably, don't want to see that. That was almost taken away there. As that looked like it was going to Hicks, and that did not connect with Hicks at all. That was deflected there by a Cowboy. But yeah, 4 minutes left here. There's still time for the Cowboys to get back in this game, and they get a quick 3 and out here on the Highland Scotties offense. As Hicks gets the catch, Hicks breaking off a tackle, breaks off 2 tackles before he brought down there for a 24-yard reception. Huge 1st down for the tight end. 1st and 10 after that big play. I think the Scotties might try to settle down here as they try to go back to the running game here, and they'll find Carter as he only gets back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain. Nice stop there by Whitfield. 3rd and 9 coming up. Scotties. Again, like I said, just trying to chew some clock here. Trying to take their time, but they're going to go ahead and pass here in this situation here. This is going to be a deep pass intended for Joe Barnes, and Whitfield's right there to make another stop as he bats that one away. So Coach Barnes says, you know what, let's go for it again. 4th and 9 coming up this time. Again, trying to inject some confidence here and maybe let Thomas see what Thomas can do. in a situation like this, and that was almost intercepted there. Turnover on downs, and the Cowboys will get now some pretty decent field position here as we went for it, and of course we did not come down as Whitfield again just being all over that ball there. This time he was covering Hicks on that play. So good job there from the defense of the Cowboys, and now we'll see our defense here try to make a stop. As we see a pass up the middle there to Fisher. Fisher finally brought down, and he's going to be brought down near the 25. As we see now play action here for Landry. Landry throwing that one to Marquette, and he's going to get hit hard, but he's able to hold on to the football for a 12-yard reception. As they'll hand off to Mason, and Mason now get back on the ground here. Gets a gain of 3, making it now 2nd and 7. Go down to a 3rd down. Mason's now going to come out of the backfield as a receiver. Throwing this one there, a screen pass, and that's going to be met there by a linebacker. Nice hit as they get the stop, and now they're going to kick a field goal here on the 4th and 7. So this is about a 27-yard field goal attempt. Let's see what they're going to do. Of course, they're going to try to use the clock as much as possible to take away. Really, it's not necessarily time for themselves, but time for Highland to get down the field and if ultimately make time at Highland use their timeouts. Play clock down to 3. They kick the field goal. Peterson has a hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. So Highland still up by 2 scores. It's 28-17. And less than a minute left here. We'll see a kick here, and this one's going to be back to Eric Marcus, as Marcus will get the catch. And he's going to get this one here, and Marcus going down the sideline here, and the Highland Scotties like, nope, this game's not, we're not in the half that way. They're going to get down to the field. 99-yard return for Eric Marcus. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. And the Scotties make a nice run there. Nice return here from Marcus. Man, week by week, is just showing the skills he has as a returner. And, of course, eventually we want to get him on the field as a halfback here. Doing a great job there of now making it out 35-17. So now, Cowboys come back out here again with another chance. Less than a minute really left for them. They have all timeouts. Well, now 2 timeouts remaining as Sam Pope gets the catch there. Able to move the chains for the 1st down. 2 timeouts remaining for Oklahoma State. Cowboys throwing this one there. Landry throwing that to Marquette, and they'll have to call another timeout, stopping the clock with 30 seconds left to try to at least get in field goal range of worst possible scenario. 1st down here for Oklahoma. Landry drops back in the pocket, has a good pocket, throws that one up there to Marquette. Marquette able to get the reception, able to stay in bounds and get the catch for the 1st. And, of course, he does get out of bounds quickly to stop the clock. 1st and 10. Landry drops back here. He's going to call his own number instead. The ball's going to be fumbled. It's going to be picked up by Highland. And Highland now has control of the ball. With 20 seconds left here, we'll see. Wait a minute. There's a flag on the field. And there's a hold on Bobby Mason. And that's going to be on the Cowboys. And looks like Highland Scotties are going to kind of decline that call. But that ball will be turned over. And that will be Highland Scotties football. 20 seconds left here. Highland, I imagine, will try to get in field goal range here to put up another crooked number. As we'll see a field goal attempt from them. Thomas here throws this one up there. That's going to go to Hicks, and Hicks is going to come down with it with 14 seconds. They're going to call a quick timeout, putting the ball near the 45-yard line in Highland territory. 14 seconds left here. 2 timeouts remaining for the Scotties. Play action here for Thomas. Thomas going to get hit as he throws that football there. And it's going to be an incomplete pass. Now 10 seconds left here of the Scotties. So Scotties got to get down here. They got to get down the field. They got to get near the 30. If they're in bounds, they got to call timeout and then get their field goal team out there to kick a field goal. If not, well, then the score's going to be at where it's at right now at half. As he gets hit as he threw the football there, that gets caught by Burns, and Burns somehow Burns, the defenseman, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. What a catch. Look at this. Thomas just throws that one up there as he gets hit, and then Burns goes up, catches it, Oh, the defender there didn't look back and did not, and then of course did not wrap up Burns. So great catch there. Burns now 6 touchdown passes for the season. It's his 3rd one of the day. As of course Thomas has now what I think that's his. I think that's Thomas's what 15th, 16th touchdown pass of the season. Great job, and of course this first half has been crazy. As that right there, that was a great catch. Of course, we had a great run back there from Eric Marcus. This first half has been nothing but Highland Scotties, and they've been doing a great job here, getting this lead here against this team, Oklahoma State. We usually have trouble with Oklahoma State, but the last couple of this is, I think this is the best game we've had against them, and since joining the Big 12. So as you take a look here, we've only got 69 yards rushing right now. They have 115. And of course, passing wise, we've been getting a little pass happy. I think the second half, I think that might need to change. And we might need to turn things around as we're leading this one 42-17. Don't be surprised if Coach Bond starts bringing in some second string guys in here and see what they can do. As of course, Oklahoma will get the ball here to start off the second half. As of course, Highland will run the coin toss and decided to go first here today. So we'll see a quick pass there to Marquette. Start off the second half here in this ball game with a 4-yard reception. Second down. Landry drops back here. He's being chased down by the linebackers there, and I should say the lineman there, as Russo gets a hold of him there for getting his first sack of the day. Nice job there, flushing him out and going after him. As they get the sack, it's now 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Cowboys. And of course, they're going to have to figure out what to do here against this defensive line they're having trouble with right now. Of course, the secondary is doing a great job here covering. Hopefully that will keep up here. As you'll see Landry here, drops back in the pocket, looking down the field here. He's going to lob this one up there. That's going to go to Marquette. As Marvin Marquette gets another catch there, and no one can get a hold of that young man, as he's been doing very well there on the field. 1st and 10 coming up. Landry drops back here. Oh, Russo almost had him. He's got to get rid of it. He finds Ryan. And I think Russo might be kicking himself there. He almost had the QB there again. But the QB is able to slip through Russo's fingers there that time. As Landry now drops back again. Looks here, fires to the left-hand side. Finds a screen pass there to Mason. And gets the catch there for a gain of 7. We're looking at a second down here. Pass there from Landry to Mason. That's going to be an 18-yard reception, as they're starting to use him more in the passing game here today. Hand off there to Mason this time, and he's going to be stopped for a gain of 3 on that carry, as he's already got 100 yards for the day. 2nd and 7. This has been a tough drive here for the Highland Scotties. Maybe we can try, hopefully somebody can make a big turnaround here. As you'll see Mason here gets stopped in the backfield there. As I see Coach Bonds bringing in a couple of second string guys in there to help out here in this drive. As you'll see now 3rd and 11. Landry here drops back here. He's going to fire this one there. And that's going to be picked off by McCall. And that is a touchback. Nice interception. As that's going to be a beautiful catch there for McCall. Haven't yielded his name out too much here this season. He gets this one there, and Highland will get the ball back at their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Highland Scotties. Hand off to Carter. And Carter's going to run this one for a short gain, as he'll get 2nd down. So a manageable 2nd down coming up here. We'll see what they'll try to do. They'll keep it on the ground or maybe try to throw it here. Again, I would like to see Highland try to run the ball a little bit more here in the second half. As they toss this one here, as they got a nice lead here for themselves. Carter there runs this one there. He get about 6 on the play. And that's going to get a new set of downs here for 1st and 10. 14 first downs for Highland, 13 for the Cowboys. And most of those are coming just from that second half here for the Cowboys. As you see, Carter runs this one. And that's going to be a nice little gain of about 4. Carter getting close to 100 yards for the day. He has about 84 right now. Handoff again to Carter. Carter looking for a block here. Carter getting around the corner here, going past the 50 and getting shoved out near the 40 there in Cowboy territory, as he's now got over 100 yards for the day. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Highland Scotties as they cross the 50 here, looking at a 1st and 10. 42-17, and now just playing the waiting game here. As we hand off there to our fullback, Rocco Bennett, as he'll get a couple yards there on the play. Don't be surprised as we see more new faces in the backfield here in this second half. 3rd and 3. Again, they're going to call Rocco's number again, and Rocco scrambles around. And this time he'll get a gain of 6 for another 1st down. 1st and 10, Highland Scotties move the chains. Nice run there from him. As we're looking at a 1st and 10 coming up. Play clock running down to 6. Hand off there to Carter. Carter looking for a block, and he's going to get there. And, of course, he's going to be met up by McGee on the stop. 2nd and 5 coming up with 2:50 left here in the 3rd quarter. Again, just playing the waiting game as they have a commanding lead here. No need to get crazy with the passing as Carter runs this one there, and that's going to be a yard on the play. So 21 carries, about almost 120 yards for the day. And of course, a rushing touchdown. 3rd and 3 coming up here. I imagine they'll try to run this one up the middle here. The middle's been looking pretty good, and they'll run this one here with the fullback again, but Rocco this time not getting the 1st down. So he'll get about 3, maybe 2 yards. So it's going to be 4th and inches coming up here. Empty backfield here for Thomas. We'll see here. Gonna run down the clock just a little bit more here as they go. Oh, a quick handoff there. And that's going to be to Thomas. He's going to call his own number on that design run for him as he gets 6 yards on the carry. So nice little QB sneak there for him. 1st and goal coming up. 1:15 left here in the 3rd quarter. And again, just trying to chip away at this clock now in the 3rd quarter so they can even chew more here in the 4th. As Carter going to run this one on the far right-hand side. And he'll get a gain of 3 on the play. But it'll make it now 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, 41 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Highland just beautifully taking their time here with the ball. Hand off to Carter. Carter's going to run this one. Carter trying to get around the defender, and he is going to get a gain of 3. So now 3rd and goal here on the left-hand hash. And I imagine they'll try to run this one on the left-hand side again. As we'll see here, the final seconds ticking away here in the 3rd quarter. He's going to be met up by McGee, and McGee lets him into the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. As that's going to be the 2nd rushing touchdown for Carter, as that'll be his 8th of the season. And we're in the 4th quarter now. So 1st and 10 here. We'll start off the 4th quarter here of the Cowboys football at their own 25. Landry throws this one up there. That's going to go to Marquette, and Marquette gets the catch for enough for the 1st. Landry drops back in the pocket, throws this one there to his tight end again, finds Marquette. Marquette has to be brought down by a group of Scotties again as he gets some positive yardage. He's getting close to 100 yards for the day on right now, 8 catches for 88 yards. Mason now getting his number called here. He's going to run this one as they're starting to go back to that running game now. They're switching it up pretty good here on this drive. This one's going to be thrown deep, and that's going to be tipped away by Thomas. Great job there. Nice deflection. As this is going to be now a 3rd and 10 coming up. 3rd and 10. Landry drops back here, throws this one. That's a floater over to Marquette. Couldn't get to that one, but he does. And that's a 15-yard reception for another 1st down. Landry drops back in the pocket, throws this one, and that's going to be incomplete. As they were deflected there by Wall. Looking at a 2nd down. 2nd down for the Cowboys. As Landry here drops back here, fires this one there to Fisher. Fisher gets the catch. He sets it up right up the middle. as they're inside the 20. 18-yard reception for another first down for the Cowboys. Cowboys so far twice in the red zone here, only getting a red zone field goal. So they're about 50% here today at the red zone. Landry here hands off to Mason. Mason breaks off a tackle and gets into the end zone there. Touchdown, Cowboys. And the Cowboys starting to creep back here in the early on in the fourth quarter here with a rushing touchdown, making it now 49-24. Scotties back on the field here with 7:37 left here in the fourth quarter. As we'll see a handoff here, and of course we see some more second string guys coming in here. We see Robertson coming in here as he gets a short, nice little carry of about 2. Of course, Axel Flanagan under center here today. Of course, the younger brother of Alex Flanagan, former Highland Scotties player, now of course with the Colts. We just recently seen him in an episode of the Buffalo Bills franchise as Michael Westbecker gets the catch, and he gets a huge first down for the Scotties as they'll move the chains. Of course, like I said, Alex Flanagan, of course, playing for the Colts. And of course, his first year taking them to the playoffs. We, of course, played against them in that AFC, I believe, divisional game. Or no, AFC, it was either AFC divisional game or AFC championship game. 2nd and 7 coming up. And Axel there will hand off there to Carter. Carter is going to come back in the game as we are trying to get him some more yardage here. Of course, trying to get some of those extra yardage there to help him out to get back on that ballot for the Heisman. 3rd and 3 coming up here with 5:05 left. And another play action here from Flanagan. Flanagan can't find nobody. Flanagan looking for the block, and he'll slide for the first as he's able to move the chains. Definitely a lot more athletic and a lot more better speed than his older brother. But of course, don't tell Alex that. 1st and 10, handoff to Carter. Carter's going to run this one, try to break a tackle there, and he'll get a gain of 2. So now we're looking at a 2nd and 8. Again, taking our time here. Don't have to do too much. Keep the ball on the ground. If we do pass, short passes here. Carter runs this one here. Carter trying to find the end zone here. Carter trying to bring off a tackle. And he's going to be stopped at the 1 as he gets a gain of 27 on that play. That should have been in the end zone there. 1st and 10 with 3:40 left here in the fourth quarter. 49-24. Cowboys really trailing here. Not much for they can do here. It's Carter in the end zone again. Touchdown, Highland Scotties, as Carter gets his 9th rushing touchdown of the season, his 3rd of the day. And we'll take a quick look here as number 9 LSU taking on number 25 ranked Maryland. A tight ball game there, but they win it 34-28. LSU is now 5-1 for the season here. And we'll probably jump up in the rankings here at some point here. 1st and 10 here for Landry. Landry throws this one up there, and that is an incomplete pass. So now we'll go to a 3rd and 10 for Cowboys. Landry there, throw that one up there. That's going to be tipped away and almost caught for the interception. They just could not hold on to it, and we'll force him to punt. So now 2:51 left here in the fourth quarter, and we're going to go back on the ground here, this time with Robinson. As Robinson gets a nice carry of about 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 coming up as we cross the 50 now in Cowboy territory. Trying to, of course, end this ball game here and not give this ball back to Oklahoma State. As we'll hand off here to Robinson. Robinson trying to get around the edge there, and he's going to get stuffed, as I believe he gets back to the line of scrimmage there. I don't think they gave any positive yardage there for him. So now 3rd and 4 coming up. Thomas back in the game here. Throw this one up there. Slaughter. Slaughter's going to get the catch, and he's going to be inside the 30 for a nice 18-yard reception. His first catch of the day. 1st and 10 here for the Highland Scotties. As Thomas is back under center here. They're trying to fluff up some of his numbers there. As Slaughter gets caught there. Another catch there for him as he gets a gain of 14. And again, moving the chains here. I don't know if it's wise to be throwing the ball here in this situation, but Highland's doing so. Thomas must have said something to Coach Bonds about his passing here today. Thomas drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there, and that's going to be picked off by Winfield. I knew it. There was something in the air. What were we thinking there? As Winfield will catch this one for an interception, and that's pretty much going to end the drive here for Highland. But now, Cowboys are going to try to see if they can get at least one more score here before this game's over with. And Marquette gets another catch. I believe that's his 10th or 11th catch of the day. As that's going to be just short of the marker for the first. They call a quick timeout. 2 timeouts remaining for the Cowboys as Marquette's in motion here now. Going from your left to your right side of your screen. He's there for the screen pass there, but he's covered pretty well. Now Smith getting there. He'll get the catch. Chris Smith, 24 yards on that reception for the first. Cowboys call another quick timeout. 39 seconds left. 1st and 10 in motion. Lowery drops back here. He's going to look. He's going to try to throw this one there. That one's going to be caught by Marquette as he is going to bring that one down for a big gain of 27. He has 11 catches for 136 yards. And I don't think he got in the end zone here today. Mason here gets a good block, but gets shoved out of bounds as he gets a nice 6-yard reception. So Cowboys, they are really hell-bent on trying to get in this end zone. If they get another chance to go here, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Cowboys. Could not do much in this drive here for them against them, as they were pretty much showing off of what they can do on that drive. Final score here in this one, a classic between Florida State and Miami. Florida State wins this one 30-21. 22 ranked team. Florida State is going to move up some in the standings next week, but there you see Miami taking a loss as they go down 2-3. Florida State 4-2. As we see an onside kick now here for the Highland Scotties, and they'll get their hands team out there. And as you take a look here at some of the highlights of the ball game here, this was a big day here, especially in passing. And what a day here for Thomas, as he's been just throwing bombs over the Cowboys. What a day here for him. 5 touchdowns, of course, 4 touchdowns, of course, that 1 interception, which I was fearing. But overall, great day. As we'll see a handoff now here. Run the Rabbit Scotty. And that's going to be picked up by McGee. And McGee's going to get this one there, and that is going to be a turnover there. As Robinson was not, looked like he wasn't too ready to get that ball. But they don't run the Rabbit Scotty that often, but Robinson gets hit. He gets drilled pretty good. Drops the football, and that's going to be a turnover now for Oklahoma State, as they'll get now position here on the 45-yard line of the Scotties, as that one's almost going to get tipped, it does get tipped away by Drew Thompson. Nice stop there. So now we're trying to get this last stop here. 6 seconds left here. 3rd and 10 for the Cowboys. Landry here, last attempt here to get down the field here. Throwing this one up there to Fisher. Fisher gets the catch, and a nice stop there by Sears. And they'll be short of the first down, and that is it. As we see triple zeros on the scoreboard. Highland wins this one. Not the way I was wanting the game to end to say here, but we get the win here. A nice victory here. Now we've won 5 straight here. And you see the player of the game there. 29 carries, 166 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns for Carter. Hopefully that will get him back in mentioning, or at least being talked about, into the Heisman once again. As the Highland Scotties pick up another victory here at home, 56-31. And of course, remember, I almost totally forgot, we have a huge home winning streak right now. So nice win here for the Scotties, playing excellent defense, of course, to at least really to the end here. where our defense was they just did a good job there. Moving the ball, throwing the ball around, and of course wearing our guys out. And of course I was trying to swap guys in and out when I could, but they were kind of doing a no huddle offense, and of course I was trying to brought in a lot of the second string guys to help us out here. We don't get too much playing time here, so that's one of the main reasons why they scored that one touchdown there towards the end. But overall, great performance from our guys and a great victory for us. And of course, we can move on now and get ready for the game against Iowa State coming up next in episode 125. As we take a look here, 22 first downs there to their 19. Total offense, of course, 547 for us, 519 for them. Passing or rushing wise, 193 yards for us for the day with 3 touchdowns. They had 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. We completed 17 of 27 with 4 touchdowns. They completed 28 of 40. Wow. Landry had to throw a lot there in that game. That's one thing I always try to avoid doing in this game. Is I don't want to get sometimes I'm like, okay, we can't be in a arms race here. We usually don't have too many good arms when it comes to quarterbacks here at Highland. But at the same time, sometimes you gotta, when you're in those funks, like with interceptions, like we've seen in the past before in this series, you're like, okay, we gotta get ourselves out of it. We gotta throw a little bit more than we want to, but we don't have to worry about that today. Both teams, they did have turnovers. Both had fumbles and of course interceptions there. Kick return was an amazing kick return. 99 yards from Eric Marcus there. Oh my goodness, that kid, he is starting. I think I want to say that's his second return he's had so far this year. Wow. So big ups to him getting that one, helping us out there. And of course there you see time possession, 25-45 for us, 10-15 for them. Thomas, there you see 16 of 26, 334 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Of course, completed 61% of his passes and did not get sacked at all in today's game. So huge ups to our offensive line. As for Carter, nice day there for him. 29 of 166, 3 rushing touchdowns. Again, that should put him back in talks for the Heisman as well. And then you see Robinson, of course, helped us out with 6 carries for a -2 yards. Like I said, I decided, like, hey, we're scores going up like that. We're gonna start bringing some guys in to kind of help us out. Hicks, 6 catches for 121 and a touchdown. Burns, big day for him. 4 catches, 119 yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns. He only had 1 drop in the game, which he should have had. He should have had that, but yeah. The game just being a hater. Russo and the brothers both had a sack. There you see your leaders for TFLs. Washington had 2. So, like I said, great day there for defensively. We had 1 interception by McCall, my boy. I love him. It's going to be sad seeing him go there. We've been having some really good corners as of late and safeties here for Highland. And hopefully that will continue being the case in years to come. Forced fumbles, brothers. Forced fumble recovery there by Thomas. And then, of course, look on the other side here. Landry, 28 of 40, 387, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Completed 7% of his passes, so he had a better passing day than us. But he did get sacked twice in this ball game. Rushing wise, Mason, you know what? I can't get mad. It was expected. 15 carries for 131 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. Because when he ran that first one, I'm like, oh, this could be a bad day for us in the rushing defense. It could be a really bad day for us. But Fisher, 5 catches, 80 yards, a touchdown. Marquette had 11 catches for 136, but no touchdowns for him. And Andrew Ryan, of course, had a touchdown as well there for Oklahoma. And then you see the Whitfield, of course, your had the most tackles. He had 10. Your TFL leaders, Nichols, Barron, and McGee. No sacks. Of course, I was really surprised by them. Whitfield, both Whitfield boys there did not have a sack. But Tyson Whitfield did have the interception. Deflections, Whitfield had 2. McGee had 1. Smith had 1. And Jones had 1. Nichols, of course, had that fumble recovery. And, of course, McGee, the sophomore, redshirt sophomore, I'm not looking forward to him in the next couple of years, had a fumble recovery. And then, of course, take a look here. Seltzer, Thomas, and Robinson all committed. So that's nice. We've got a nice wide receiver coming in, as well as right guard and a defensive tackle. But then you got some had committed. You got Harvey Huff, who committed to Nebraska. So unfortunately, not going to have him, but he was going to be just a depth player anyway. And then, of course, we got a couple others we were in battles with. And then, of course, we got a couple of them here you see, like Anthony Johnson. We added 900 to their score to our, visiting our school. So I think we're probably in the final cut there, maybe the final two to 3 schools in their list. So hopefully that will turn around. As you see Falk there as well, who is also a depth player that we're for some depth, trying to bring him in as well. So coming up in episode 125, we're going to be taking on Iowa State. We're currently 1-4. They are having a tough time there in Ames. And you know what? Highland's coming in town, and we're going to make it a little more worse. So we'll see if we can do that. And, of course, some people are kind of saying this could be a trap game. I hope not. But we'll see if we can go in there and ruffle these little birdies' feathers here coming up in the next episode. So, and of course, stay tuned for more as we'll showcase more games from this week coming up, leading up to this game as well in the next couple of days. So that's it for this episode of the Highland Scotties Team Builder Dynasty. Hopefully you guys will stick around for more as we're getting very, very close to wrapping up this series. Got a few more weeks left. And of course, a lot of things can happen. And of course, and not to mention, one of the biggest things we want to win besides the national championship is bring in another Heisman Trophy if we can. And we'll see if we can do that here against Iowa. We should have a good game in the running game here against Iowa. We'll find out. But that's it for me. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. Hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. And of course, don't forget us over our second channel here on YouTube at ESGNet plus LP, as we got a nice NCAA series over there as well with the Stanford Cardinal. So again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on the channel. As always, you guys have a great day. Keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you all next time.